Okay, I'm going to be filming my Q&A that I had posted, I think a week ago. So I'm going to answer some of the questions here. No particular order, I'm just reading off of my phone. Compass Rose Acres asks, I know it's still early in the year, but I was wondering if you've made any progress or if you have any insights on your resolutions for the school year. You can tap the iCard above to see my resolutions for the new year were, etc. So to answer your question, it's kind of, I'm more aware of them, more aware that I want to change these things, and so they're not where I want to be, but because I am more aware of it, I am trying to make more of an effort to do that. I don't know if that's helpful, but in actual specific examples, I can't really give those to you right now. Like I said, just being aware of it has helped me try to keep working towards that. More specifically, I'm wondering if you had time to incorporate the handwork you were hoping for. That's on my list for the year as well, though I haven't gotten any traction to those plans as of yet. My daughter was able to do some more on her own, and we made a pencil case this past month, so we got to do some of the sewing. We knitted an octopus, kind of like the one that Hannah did, so again, it was forcing myself to do more with them. That is pretty much it. I'm kind of frustrated because I did want more time, but I realized that a lot of it just has to do with the fact that taking the machine out, setting it up, and getting it set up, and then I don't have much time before I have to take it all back down again. So that's been a huge thing. It's just trying to figure out, okay, what can I do to have this up for a long period of time? Okay, Pepper and Pine, hi Hannah, says, will you do this live? Apparently not. I would like to try a live video, but I need to figure out how to do it in a way that I can have somebody telling me if somebody is commenting or not, so that I'm not trying to figure things out. Also, just trying to figure out a good day, time, we'll see. Brandon Johnson, hi, I am loving your channel. Thank you. Do you still use an EC planner? Yes, I do. I actually have a hardback one that my mom found at TJ Maxx for $8, and I love it. I will try to put a clip of that planner in here now. Okay, so this is the Erin Condren that I am using this year. It is a hardback, and it has been loved by little ones. My mother found this one for $8. Oh, I took the sticker off. $8 at a TJ Maxx. And it's an Erin Condren vertical layout. Oh. And then I just have monthly layouts, and then weekly layouts. Monthly, weekly. Whoa! And then in the back here, I've got some note pages used. Yep, I have recipes that I can do. I think I even put my book challenges in here. So that's my Erin Condren planner. And that's what I have. Also, when you go to library sales or hunt for thrifted books, do you have a master list that you keep with you at all times? Yes and no. Usually when I'm going to something like that, I have in my mind something that I know I'm looking for. And the thing is, the great thing about writing stuff down rather than typing it or saving it or whatever is you're putting to memory when you write something down. And so that generally helps me when I am looking for stuff. It's like, okay, I remember I was looking for this, I was looking for that. And sometimes I miss it, and sometimes I find more than what I was looking for. So, I don't know if that helps. I do have a notebook that I'm, especially books in a series that I'm trying to find. It's helpful to know at least what numbers I have, and that's just in a little notebook that I keep in my purse, and I try to remember to check off when I have found some at stores and stuff. Myra, any tips for homeschooling with little children in the house? I have a 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and 10-month-old, and the baby is not letting us get to hands-on projects or even to read out loud to the older kids. She wants to climb on me all the time, and she grabs and pulls everything around. I will appreciate good advice from you as an experienced homeschool mom. Oh boy. Well, I do have, my oldest is older than 7 years old. And I have her hold the 18-month-old at times. Or I will pull books, even if they're not like the board books for him. I will give him like big boy books, something that like mommy's holding. And kind of, a 10-month-old might be a little too young though. They might rip those. The 18-month-old has learned to be very gentle with it, but a 10-month-old might need a little bit more. But having like your own books, and again, getting into that habit. The first time is not going to be the best. The second time probably won't be any better than the first. But over time, like once the 10-month-old is, okay, it's reading time, here's my books. And then also too, let the 7-year-old and 4-year-old get down on the floor with her. You know, just, they're old enough to know that this is quiet time. So if you're going to say something to little Sally Sue down there, you need to do it in a quiet way. And you just have to learn to be patient with that. And again, over time it does get easier. But then again, I still have days where I just want to throw the book up into the air and say, I give up. I can't do it today. And you know what? Isn't that the case in all aspects of life? It isn't every day. Every single day isn't going to be a perfect day, but you just want to keep going and doing the best you can and doing things like that. Now, insofar as hands-on projects, I would totally be doing it when the baby's in bed. When the baby's down for nap time, that is the time that I would be doing the hands-on projects with the 7 and 4-year-old, because I need to be able to give them that full time and focus. So that's usually when I do my stuff. What are your favorite YouTube channels? Hi, my name is Challice, and I'm addicted to YouTube. Lordy, there is a lot, and I don't really know if I could name them all. I'll post in the description box below like a list of ones that I really enjoy. But honestly, I have different sections of YouTube that I do. There's ones that I like to watch for encouragement. There's some that I do for like speed cleaning to kind of get an idea of methods and process and what's the other word I'm looking for? Routines. So then there's that category. I literally have categories for my YouTube channels. There's homeschooling ones that I really enjoy. There's Instagram, booktube people I love to watch. And then there's some channels that I just watch. Maybe on an occasional binge, you know, if for a while I just may not want to watch them, and then I kind of enjoy a video or two, and then I kind of go back. How Jen Does It, and My So-Called Home, except she's got a new channel name now, and Our Gathered Nest. Those are ones that I enjoy watching, but not so often. And then there's vlog channels that I like to watch. So again, I'll try to leave a list down below of some of the ones that I really enjoy. That could be a long list. So hopefully that'll help you with that. Lone Star Homeschool Mama. Can you give an example of how Charlotte Mason would work with high schoolers? Is it possible? Any resources on that topic? Go ahead and click the video above, and I will try to leave it linked down below. It's the one how I had a Charlotte Mason education. I think that'll be very helpful for you. But insofar as what I'm envisioning when my kids get to high school is a lot more, right now we're kind of giving them a living education through more fiction than nonfiction, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think, especially in the high school years, I can see more of the topics being addressed more through biographies and not so much like Newbery honor books. And it would probably look a little bit more like a Robinson curriculum where you've got your reading and then a lot of writing with narration. During this time, they're probably going to be taking over a little bit more of the housework. So things like the meals, and I was even thinking of letting them be like mommy helpers. Sorry, I'm like, that hurt. Being mommy helpers so that they can go and experience working in other homes where maybe somebody would have it done differently than I would, which their husbands would want them, may want them to do stuff. I'm hoping, my daughter wants to be a nurse, and so if she still wants that, looking for opportunities for that, for her to be able to do that. And I'm kind of the opinion that let's let as much of their high school years count for their college years. So there's a program in our college where you can take classes in high school and it'll count towards your degree. And so that's kind of what I would like to do. But to keep that desire of learning alive, I would probably, this is the time where I kind of think that we would be doing more, we'll see. Okay, for example, when I was in high school, I really liked the Scottish dancing, not the Highland. This is more like what you would see in Pride and Prejudice with the two couples, but we had different footwork than that. And so I would actually go to balls and get to dress fancy and things like that, and that was a passion that I had. And not only that, I loved to sew at that point, and I was sewing and selling the clothing. So I got to enjoy the paper route years. So my boys, I could see if they wanted to like work more, how would I encourage that? This is a great time that they know a lot of the foundations that we've been giving them, so they could start to apply those, see it being any different than what it is now with our learning and our books. I just see more conversation happening, and hopefully less reminders for responsibilities. If I've done my job right, that should make my life so much easier. Apply everything that they've been learning and see which direction they get to go. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope I can help my children in whatever way that they need to go and live the life that they want to. Basically, all I see it is as a continuation of what we're doing now, probably with more conversations. Any resources on that topic? If I can think of anything, I will leave it linked down below. Because I want to say that there was a couple books that I really found helpful, or articles or something. I think I have it saved on my computer though. Mocha Mommy 7. Hi! Hi Shu-lease. Where do you see yourself in 20 years? What are your goals for the children? Okay, where do I see myself in 20 years? I'll be almost 50 in 20 years. I will be turning 50 in 20 years. Wow! That's crazy to think. In 20 years, JD will be 22. Where do I see myself? Is it so just non-ambitious of me that I really don't think that far in advance? I'm not really one that sees where I'm going to go, imagines what I'm going to do. The only thing I've ever imagined in my life is really getting out of this town. And it's not because I hate this town so much as it is I want my house in the country, with goats and chickens and pigs and farm and I can't get that here. Not with temperatures that kill everything. Well, I'm sure in 20 years my daughter will be 30. It'll be interesting to see if I'm a grandmother at that point. Catherine will be 24. How crazy is that? Wow. Catherine will be 25. Wow. Anyway, I don't know how to tell you. I'm probably still going to be cross-stitching, probably knitting, probably reading. You know, it's the kind of stuff I do now, but I won't have to homeschool. Interesting. I really hope at that point I get to do some of the dreams of either fostering or adopting. What are your goals for your children? I want them to have a strong relationship with the Lord. Not something that I've put upon them, but something that they have built themselves. And I also want them to be able to graduate knowing how to live in our world. Again, I guess I'm not really that ambitious. Isn't that crazy? I don't have, okay, I want them to go and get college degrees. It's up to them if they want to. I don't care one way or the other. I've always told the story that I don't care if my kids go and work at McDonald's as long as they do it to the best of their abilities and they do it as unto the Lord. So I just want them to have a genuine love for others and to live in such a way that would bring glory and honor to God. That's pretty much, in a nutshell, the goal I have for my children will know that we're all sinners in need of God's grace, and we're all going to make mistakes, and their mistakes, as long as they're in a good relationship with the Lord, their mistakes are between them and the Lord. That is not going to affect my love for them. Living in sin, obviously, we'll have to deal with that if we come to it. Alright, thank you guys for putting those questions out. They were some really good ones, and I appreciate those that took the time to ask the questions, and I hope this video helped all of you, or I hope I answered your questions adequately in this video. Alright, I'm going to see you in my next one. It is definitely time for me to go, and I'll see you next time. Bye.